Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rob. Thanks for joining me on this YouTube video, and make sure, please, before you finish watching this video, to hit the like, thumbs up, and the subscribe button so that you can keep abreast on the different things and videos that I'll be offering on different subjects in the area of ministry, ministry to your soul, to your spirit, purpose related videos, and publishing. So, book publishing. So, today we want to talk about book publishing. So, this will be part one of a series of a few videos. I think about maybe 3 to 4 videos in helping on publishing. Now, I've published several books, about seven books, I think, and for myself, and I've also helped several other writers become published authors, self-published authors. And I have many people that come to me because they know I've published books and I've helped other people through word of mouth. Um, how do I do it? How do I do it? And one common thread that I'm finding is that there are people who are serious about doing it and ready to go do the work. And then there are people who just have the idea of doing it, that it's still at the dream phase, that it is a dream of theirs to become a published author, or is something within them, but they have not really started to write um, for the actual book project. So you have those two categories: those who are ready to go, and those who are still at the what I call the dream stage of becoming a published author because they have a story or something that they want to get out. So regardless of what status that you're in, you just got to make a determination. One, do you want to become a published author? What are some of the benefits of becoming a published author? Because of the different platforms that have made it easier for independent authors such as myself and other people that I've helped to publish, that the becoming an author is not necessarily something that requires a big publishing company, okay? Unless you are one of those best-selling authors, in which we will be, one of those high-top best-selling authors selling millions of books around the country or the world. But you can do this, all right? One, you have to make a determination. Do you want to become a published author? Do you want to become a published author? Why do you want to become a published author? One, becoming a published author helps give some credibility. Okay, when it's in a book, published, polished, that it gives you some credibility as to your story, as to what it is that you have to share or say. So it becomes more of a respected type of content in reference to you. Your content becomes respected in the sense that if you're ever called out to speak, or maybe people will look at you to be a speaker at an event, or look at you as an area expert, SME, a subject matter expert, because you have a published work. Okay. Two, it allows you to be in more places than where you physically can be. That means that your book can be ordered. I got this sun glaring off of mirrored buildings here, but it allows you to be in more than one place. Okay, more than one place without you physically having to be there, because the demand for your story or whatever it is that you have to share can be shared amongst people all over the world through ordering your book or buying your book, and you can share your stories through many facets of people reading your published work. But they can't read it if it's not published and available at different outlets or on demand ordering through Amazon or something like that. So it allows you to reach more people, okay? Three, I think another great thing is that if you do have events that you go to, it is a tool that you can be able to sell, having a product, something to offer if you're at an event. If you're a speaker, or maybe you're doing a trade show, or maybe you're a vendor, you have a product that you can sell. And it's helpful, can be helpful financially, that people buying your products, of course, will help you financially if you're pricing the book correctly. And It allows you to be able to engage with people in a different kind of manner. All right. Another benefit I think of having a published work is there's a sense of self-satisfaction, self um, satisfaction, edification, a sense of accomplishment that you have done something, not just to be doing it, because I don't recommend people just to be writing a book just to be doing it, but you've put out a story that will be here, okay? That will be here beyond your lifespan. A published work that will be here beyond your lifespan. That your legacy, your children or grandchildren and children after that will be able to, just like we read books or been through school and or maybe read a novel or something like that, different books that people have written before us that are no longer here on earth, but we're still benefiting and reading their work. And so that is a blessing and something that can be passed down and something that can be shared amongst generations. Plus, it's also an awesome thing for your family to be able to share with their children, grandchildren, great grandchildren. This was something written by your great grandfather or great great uncle or whatever relation is that you are to that offspring at that time. So those are some of the benefits, top benefits. Of course, there's many more that you would like to that we can get into, but those are some of the top ones that I think that comes off the top of my head in reference as to why you should write a book. Now, one, you got to start. So if you are on the fence of you're ready to go, just start. Start writing. Don't try to write out the book per se in perfect format, but begin to write. My recommendation, the first thing to do, and then we'll end the video here and pick up on another video, is to create an outline. For me, it helped to create the titles or chapter titles as an outline. And then from that point, if it is that type of subject book. So my books are usually subject matter where it's not a storyline or a novel. So therefore, the topics that I'm going to speak about within the book, they're all kind of independent of each other. So I wrote out those topics first. So I came up with those, took about a week or two to come up with the topics I'm going to write about, or the words, or whatever the subject matter was that I'm going to write about within this book. And from there, creating that outline helped me then begin to fill in the content. And I could jump around. So on today, if I have an idea for this particular title or this particular word, then I can I can write down my thoughts in that one and go to this one or jump to this one. So whatever it may be. So by the time I'm done and feel a sense of satisfaction, then I am able to begin to put it all together or to arrange the content and the chapters and things like that. So those are the things that I recommend that you start off first. Don't let it overwhelm you. It's not that hard to do, but you don't want to just put any junk out there either. So you want to put your heart, your mind, make sure that you are not just doing something just to slop it down on paper and type it out. And because being able to become a published author is not as hard as it used to be, you don't want to just throw any junk out there, because this will be under your name for as long as books are on earth. So you want to make sure you take your time to really put your heart and thought into it, okay? All right, well, that's it for today. We will continue on to another video in the next segment on after you do that outline and make a determination of the thought structure, your outline of a thought structure to help you begin to fill out the content. Then we'll go on to what's the next step from there. All right. So you get in there and start living life in purpose, on purpose, and make sure that you start. Okay. You make sure you start. Otherwise, you will, if you keep quitting, you will always be starting and completing nothing. This is Dr. Rob signing out. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button so you can stay connected with me, and we will get that book published together.